Hey, Orphe. What's shaking?
We're probably at your graduation party, where we're politely refusing to remove our mask. Or we're discussing Aristea again.
Are you sure that's where we are?
Forgive us if we aren't, Candle. The years get wet in our head.
Right. It's the seer part of being a seer, I guess. The kind of time-jumpy thing with you?
Red, chaos, green, transition. They mixed when we were given our magic by the Pentasod. One lives in our right eye, the other in our left.
Causing a temporal thingamajig. Got it. And probably at this point I asked to see your eyes.
You'll forgive us if we say no. We hope.
So as a seer, you're what, like maybe our reconnaissance officer or something? You look for what's coming our way?
We work as an intelligence specialist, yes. Remote recon is part of our duties. You're convincing Zendara to let you walk the path, for example.
That's back a ways, actually. But Kirkin said you can see the future, too.
In theory. Half the time.
What?
We know, for example, that you must eventually refrain from making covenant with the low beasts of the field.
Is that code? It sounds like code.
Maybe, but Devon's our codebreaker, so it's best to ask him. Wait. No, you never do. Sounds like it's settled then.
Good chat, Orphe.
So, what'd she make you see?
What? The path?
Yep, she's long on visions, that one. I spent as much time reliving my father's disappointment in me as I did fighting phantoms of the enemy.
Well,
One more right cock-up like that and you'll never get accepted into the academy. Then what, Devin? Spending the rest of your days conjuring up fertility spells for the county dirt farmers? I gave him the accent like that for effect, by the way. And the volume. In reality, he was quite cultured and hardly ever spoke above a whisper.
Wow, that's...
A disturbingly low whisper, too. Like this. He could make a room cold in the summer with it. Horrible. But he's dead now, dear Pop. My older brother took over from the family business. Rugs. And I'm an awful merchant, so that meant off to the war for me.
Were you?
The path made sure I knew my true calling is what I'm trying to say. I'm good at war, Jack. Great at it. And I hate that. Now, where were we?
You're just going to talk over me, aren't you?
I don't think so.
So what don't I know about Kirkin that I probably should?
She ever tell you the story about the arm?
It's never come up.
5 years and it's never come up. Uh-huh. You and everyone else are just too scared to ask.
Fine. So what's with her arm?
I haven't asked.
Can you not? I get the distinct impression Zendara doesn't like me. At all.
She's, well, not really a big fan of the unforeseen.
She made that pretty clear.
It's not her best look, I know, but she's royalty. They've always been suspicious of Magni born outside of their jurisdiction.
Royalty?
No lie. She's a Carthusian princess, our Zendara. Her family still holds the Glaive Gate despite everything Sandrak's done to that country. Don't worry, Jack. She'll come around.
That sounds like a lie. I met Orphe on my way to the Palathon. What's their deal?
They're one of our intelligence officers. A seer of considerable power. Orphe's great. Sometimes you have to cut through the static, if you know what I mean, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I caught some of that.
Get to know them more. It's good to have a seer watching out for you. You should also meet Hauser, though it seems like he decided not to show tonight. How typically rude.
He's another immortal?
Indeed. Bit of a bigwig from the Northern Court who plays at being mysterious, treats the Order more as a hobby than a calling. Don't tell him I said that. I'm sure he'll turn up at some point.
All right, I'll see you around, Devin. Ambassador Damley, it's been a while.
Indeed. The immortal glyph looks good on you, Jack.
Kinda does, huh? What brings you so far from the Northern Court?
I suppose that you're an Order Magnus now, so I can't keep secrets from you any longer. The king has appointed me as royal advisor to the Palathon in his time of absence.
You're here because of the king's absence. I don't understand.
Sandrak's siege of the capital. It's worsened. The Lightless don't know how bad it is. Kirken's even been given emergency powers by the crown.
The Palathon's the acting capital of Lucium? That means Lavendry's nearly fallen. She never bothered to tell me.
The North will soon be lost to us, Jack. The king's in hiding. I'm surprised you weren't informed, with you being one of Kirken's closest confidants. Curious.
I have to go, Ambassador. Captain Soko.
He sends Sandrak's vanguard packing and promptly aces selection. You make it seem easy, sir.
Please, don't start calling me that.
You're an immortal now, sir. There are protocols to follow.
Nope. See? Every time you say it, it's just weird.
We'll both learn to survive it. I should be going.
Don't leave yet. You're one of the only people I know here.
Lightless and Magni don't exactly mix at functions like this, sir. Also protocol.
What? No. You're a captain. Just because you can't use magic doesn't mean you can't be here. You should be able to go anywhere you want.
Only on the battlefield. This event strays a little too far into your end of society, if you take my meaning.
I'm not. I've never been like that.
And I've always appreciated that about you. Truly. But neither of us have the time to bend history when there's a war to win. Have a good night, sir. You certainly deserve it.
This is going to sound like a really weird question.
Didn't you see me die in the path?
That's the one. You were the candidate that, got horribly crushed by, well, you know.
I do. Horrible stuff, am I right? At least it wasn't as bad as my last go at selection. I took a nasty spill into a pit of quicksand head first. Took me the whole next summer to restore my equilibrium and good spirit. If I never suffocate to death again, it will be too soon.
Unbelievable.
Ah, I see. You were told you could be killed during your test. They tell that to every first-timer.
Let me get this straight. You can get mauled, stabbed, burned to death, or just straight up fall to your death, and the path just...
You've been bamboozled, my friend. It does make you feel bad about it, if that helps. An eldritch little whisper in your head as you leave, telling you, you're shit, and it lingers.
I can't believe it.
When you think about it, though, wasting a talented, well-trained Magnus on a silly death trap when they could instead die capturing a hill at the front is a terrible trade, and, well, also a stupid one. And Kirken's definitely not that.
So what? The path just resurrects you?
She's her own transitory fold between worlds, and she'll make her own rules while you're inside, thank you very much. If you waste her time by dying, she'll spit you back into the lobby with egg on your face.
Ugh.
Where are my manners? Congratulations on your success, Jack of the House Unforeseen. The kingdom is better for your coming. I'm Magister Greaves of House Belmay, 3-time selection washout, and now champion of your name and deeds. It's an absolute honor to make your acquaintance.
All right, Belming. I should go. Hey!
Not now, Initiate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. But Kirken just thought I should break the ice with everyone. Get to know you all, you know.
You don't think we've done that already?
Sure, but that time... sucked.
It's not gonna get any different. Now go and enjoy your party. It's the last one you'll see for a long while.
You were at Yilthium, weren't you?
I was, sir, yes. Hallen means oldest. Named Silas.
Right. Good to see you made it, Silas.
Well, I certainly wouldn't have if the Grand Magnus hadn't blessed me with her spell of protection.
What do you mean?
You don't remember, sir? She touched my armor and warded it against the Rosharnians. We Lightless would be lost without...
No, you survived the battle on your own. Magic had nothing to do with it. That was all you.
That can't be right, sir. I was in the West Trenches when the Rosharnians hit. It was a massacre. My whole platoon was cut down. I only barely got away. Wait. You're saying the Grand Magnus lied to me?
What? No. She was just giving you a pep talk, you know? To find your courage. I think you might have just gotten confused is all.
Confused? Is that how you do it then? You Magnite throw glamours over us lowly, lightless soldiers and send us at the enemy believing we're indestructible?
Stop it.
Forgive me, sir. The war, it's getting to me.
I'd better go.
Bueno, ahora sí. Dice los iónicos explicados. Nuestra magia se nos otorga a través de la gracia de la pentaefigie y los lónicos que lo controlan. Los tres colores de la magia son aprovechados y controlados por estas formas flotantes. Sus reglas se encuentran grabadas en la ancestral y etérea roca. Ahora sí vamos. pero vamos a checar todo. ¿Dónde te encuentras? Aquí dice aviso de advertencia, memora para el capitán D.O.S.D. Inmortal, división de combate criptológico, asunto correo interno de la división. Ser suscitó en la correspondencia interna del departamento es una pieza clave, una comunicación y administración clara dentro del ejército luminoso. A pesar de su posición dentro de la orden como agente de TCC-R de Reino Mayor, debe adherirse a esta idea. Palabras como pulcritud, parsimonia, claudicancia, esplendoroso y psicotomimético no tienen lugar en el correo militar.
Hold up, these are my quarters?
Aquí dice una carta. Bienvenido, Jack. Espero que el nombre sea tratado. Anteriormente fue utilizado por un magnificante clerish que tiene un trabajo alterno como pescadero en la plaza de Aveum. Como dice, aunque saques a la gente clerish del mar, no podrá, etcétera, etcétera. Como sea, creo que nos deshicimos de casi todo el olor débil. Mira. Oro. Bueno, vamos a ver qué dice.
That was a day.
Good morning, Jack.
Morning, sir. I think I might have, well, accidentally slept in the wrong room. It's kind of, extravagant and really big.
You'll get used to it. Come down to the vault. We need to talk about your next steps as an immortal.
Will do. I'm Jack. Saw you wore the Immortals glyph. Figured I'd introduce myself.
You're the new recruit. I'm the Viscount Hauserel, Lord of Sevenridge and Eye of Lavenry. Sorry I missed your induction ceremony, Jack.
On a mission, your lordship?
Sure. And please, just Hauser. Fewer words benefit us all. Honestly, I didn't think anyone would pass selection this time around. No one has in years. So I dallied. Apologies again, I should have been here for you.
No worries. So, what was the mission?
I'm a hexbrand, Jack. Do you know what that is?
Oh, an assassin.
Yes. You can figure out the mission from there.
I didn't think the Immortals had assassins.
Understandable. It's not really tip of the spear now, is it? The Immortals are more than that. It's just Kirkin's favorite way of selling it.
Does she give you a target list? Writs? Devin said writs once.
Call them sanctions. Their approval is a nebulous mix of Lavenry, the Grand Magnus, Circumstance, and myself. Are you interested in taking one on?
Wait, we can do that? How?
The Order of Masks have a group of Magni called the Six that range far from Rasharn. Lucian needs them dead. If you want the sanction, it's yours. That's how we do it.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
Dice los maleficis, cazamagia, brujicidas. Los maleficis son asesinos cuyos objetivos son más que nada cazar magnificente. Y se necesita ser un magnificente porque, bueno, en realidad no sé mucho sobre las tradiciones. Tampoco sé por qué me sorprendió que Hauser fuera uno. Tiene mucho sentido que los inmortales tengan un maleficis a bordo. Tal vez para por si se vuelven locos. Y dice los Senescalde, desde antes de que Aristesa descubriera el palato, sus salas han estado ocupadas por un misterioso grupo de Senescalde enmascarados. Son individuos silenciosos que se ocupan de la necesidad de mantenimiento de la fortaleza flotante. Nadie sabe dónde vienen ni cómo llegaron aquí, pero su principal preocupación aparentemente es la preservación del propio palato. Cada Senescalde está entrenado y dedicado a una escuela de magia particular. Algunos creen que ellos mismos crearon palato, otros dicen que en algún momento fueron magnificantes magnificentes que íntegramente a su ser a los lónicos. Sí, son caballeros.
Now that you're an immortal, Jack, do you want to know a secret?
That you actually have hobbies? These all yours?
What do you think of them?
I think I haven't seen enough of the world. I don't recognize any of these.
That's because they all were driven to extinction by the Everwar.
How?
Since we first learned to use magic, we've waged war over who would control it. It isn't meant to be used so violently, and so unchecked, and for so long. The natural world suffers for it. Their habitats die. Their waters are ruined, their skies are choked, their lands are crystallized or filled with hungry spirits they can't compete with. Our magic causes ruin for every living thing, Jack. It causes the wound.
We caused the wound?
I told you that we draw magic from the ley lines, from the Shrouded Realm. To be more precise, we siphon it to use as we will, and it stays here. But it's not meant to. And no one's ever discovered how to actually put it back. It punches its way back down. All that magic over all that time. And so the wound grows.
But without magic...
We can't win the war to control magic. Correct.
So we're destroying Aveum while we're trying to save Aveum?
That's the secret.
This secret sucks. It's insane. Does Sandrak know this?
Of course he does. All the orders do.
Then why the hell are we fighting? Everyone needs to just stop.
You want to be the first side to quit? Because you trust Sandrak that much. Because mankind can always be counted on to do the reasonable thing.
I've wanted to wield magic my whole life. And now you're telling me
You've already figured out the solution, Jack. We win. Then we start thinking about how to fix the wound.
You don't win in ever war.
It's brick walls like that make you take up painting in your spare time.
Isn't there something else that we can do about it, I mean?
Yes. Go to that spell altar.
What spell will it grant me?
One that hopefully eases your conscience. Reckless, overtaxed, and broken magic often leaves corruption behind. You grew up with it in Saren, the deposits that would accumulate in the Underbridge. There, it's a nuisance. But larger, more malignant versions exist. Part of the Immortals' mandate is to restore those areas of the world overrun with this corruption. That spell is the key.
Restore them. With magic. The same magic that causes it, and oh yeah, also the wound.
The irony isn't lost on anyone. In the meantime, you have more pressing concerns. Zendara's waiting for you in the war chamber to brief you on a mission.
Really? Please don't say she's my field commander.
Run along. Your field commander's waiting.
Dice, mandato de los inmortales y la plaga. El 24 del mes del asombro, el hechicero el hechicero restaurar me permitió eliminar la plaga. Esa extraña corrupción que se puede encontrar en todas partes de Aveum. Kirkham dijo que era un efecto secundario del uso excesivo de la magia en el mundo. No entiendo cómo funciona eso, pero los inmortales tienen el mandato de limpiar la corrupción donde sea que la encontremos. A ver, vamos a ver qué hay aquí. Llegó una nave.
Ambassador Damley?
Hello, Jack.
You're here because of the king's absence. I don't understand.
Sandrak's siege of the capital. It's worsened. The Lightless don't know how bad it is. Kirken's even been given emergency powers by the crown.
The Palathon's the acting capital of Lucium? That means Lavendry's nearly fallen. She never bothered to tell me.
The North will soon be lost to us, Jack. The king's in hiding. I'm surprised you weren't informed, with you being one of Kirken's closest confidants. Curious.
So what does the royal advisor do with the Palathon exactly?
On paper, I'm here to uphold the interests of the royal family and counsel the Grand Magnus on the Immortals' role in the Everwall.
I hear a but in there.
But, since Kirken has enough authority in Lucium now to ignore me, I just skulk about, raiding the Palathon's wine collection and writing spicy letters of fabricated intrigue to the court back home.
I don't buy it.
You caught me. Since the Grand Magnus refuses to let me in, I must resort to simply spying on all of you. I'll be very discreet.
I have to go, Ambassador.
Aquí dice Planalogia Pentadi volumen MSDL3. Los colores de los lómicos, visibles solo para los magnificentes, fluyen a través de Aveum, como corrientes de este que viajan por el aire, por donde sea que pase. La naturaleza impregna de magia en forma de piedra y en las curvas que dibuja el fuego. Están conectadas a las torres de corriente mágica, una red de energía mágica que mantiene el mundo de Aveum. La gente de Alistegia aprendió a manipular esas corrientes mágicas mediante grandes lentes mágicas que usaban para dividir, combinar o cambiar la dirección de sus flujos. Comprendieron la responsabilidad de tener tal poder, pero eso les impidió librar una guerra por él, la cual continuará a sus descendientes. La guerra eterna. Tragedia del puerto del vacío, fuerte media más cara, puerto del vacío, temporada de la vida, día 14 de mes de la misericordia, 4604, capitán Theo T. Wainwright, general AS. Lamentablemente tengo el deber de informarle de la pérdida de la flota de piedra. A lo largo de la ruta del paso de la herida, no muy lejos del puerto del vacío. En la mañana del día 3 de la Misericordia, la flota partió del puerto del Vacío en la intención de hacer reconocimiento a bordo del Loco. Sin embargo, un viento cambiante de una magnitud impredecible surgió de las profundidades de la herida y neutralizó los encantamientos de vuelo activos de toda la flota. Desgraciadamente, los 33 naves cayeron en picada hacia su final. Un total de 497 manos se perdieron. La carta de la condolencia llegará pronto. Qué feo. Ascensión. A ver qué dice él.
Orfe?
Candle.
So with your, special sight, do you know who wins the Everwar?
Depending on when we look. Sometimes. Malbiage is winning it now against the Cal. Oh, we're 12,000 years ago, when sigils were worn as crowns.
Not so much then.
Eternal things, like the Everwar or the Aristea. Time runs out of room to record them. Room and desire. When things get too old, time loses interest.
Yeah, I don't... You know, that sounds weird, right? No offense.
Oh, it's very weird. Aggravating, too. We want to know if Rashan secures a decisive victory as much as you do. Time's just not paying attention to it.
Good chat, Orfe. Morning, Captain.
Good morning, sir. Grand Magnus Kirkin is waiting for you in the vault.
clock's ticking.
Yes, sir. You do outrank me, right? Wow, this place is kind of big. I must have gotten lost. Ha.
Intel indicates that the Hand is operating near the Pale Forest, and we've just lost contact with our outpost there.
What's so important about the forest?
Strategically, nothing. The ley line tower there has been dead for 100 years. And yet she's taking a big risk attacking so close to the Palathon. You still with me, Initiate?
Not an initiate. That's not even a rank. You know, I checked.
Nightblades have established a stronghold at the southern edge of the forest. We'll attack on both sides.
We? And you're coming? I mean, what about Devin?
Devin is needed elsewhere. And Kirkin seems to think you might not get me killed. Jury's still out on that one.
Sure, thanks. Don't leave the portal open for me or anything. Guess I'm walking.
Dice, viaje rápido y portal. Los portales te permiten viajar instantáneamente a través de Aveum. Usa portales como atajos para regresar a las estrellas. Después de aprender nuevos recursos aumentados, también pueden bloquear los rutas. En la misión importante de la historia principal puedes usar portales para volver a visitar otras áreas. Usa turnos salidas para desbloquear vuelos y encontrar las copias de datos para conseguir recursos. Ella busca. Los 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reinos.